Hey everybody, Matt and Tom back with you. Hope you're okay and welcome to the dark side of the moon. This is probably our last video of 2025. By the time this comes out, Christmas will be just a distant memory, but I hope you had a good festive season.
I hope you're giving it to someone special this year.
Indeed, just like George and Andrew did. Behind us, well, across the side here, a very famous person once lived here. Can you remember who?
Emerson, Lake and Park. Keith
Emerson. Yeah, was I don't think he was born there.
Born there.
He was born there. Yeah, okay. And we are doing a story from Todmorden today, or should I say, Tom's going to do a story from Todmorden, so I will disappear off screen shortly. And where are we heading to?
We're going to head today to 1850s and Stansfield Hall.
Let's go.
In the 1840s, John Cooper was a young teacher. He'd come from a place called Kirkhamerton near York, and he married a lady called Jane Ripley from Tockith, also near York. They'd been married a couple of years and they moved to Lincoln, where he took a job as head assistant at Lincoln Grammar School. But in 1850, in January, John Cooper took over Stansfield Hall in Todmorden with his wife and his 2-year-old child. There he set up a school, for want of a better word, for posh boys. A boarding school. Wasn't very well attended. Let's see what happens next. So, Stansfield Hall is a very old hall indeed, dating back to the original Stansfelds back in the 1300s. Now, you can see it behind me, but it is a private house. I think it's broken up into a few duplex apartments, whatever they call them now. So let's not get too close. But in the 1850s, oh, interesting about Stansfield Hall, Gracie Fields was originally called Gracie Stansfield, and shortened it to Fields, of course. And her family, that's the original family pile. But we're not here to talk about her. No, we're on about John Cooper. So, 1850, he's here. Boarding school. He's got his wife and his small child and some staff as well. Mrs. Greenwood is one of his staff members, or Miss Greenwood, sorry, Betty. And his wife's pregnant again. So John's wife, Jane, was pregnant again. But not only was she pregnant, John was telling people she was on death's door. John had been telling people, including Betty Greenwood, that he would be single by January of 1851. And his wife had chosen a Methodist minister's daughter to be her replacement. This lady was from Lincolnshire. She was called Miss Annie Eckersley. And it appears that John Cooper had been having carnal knowledge with Miss Eckersley, the Methodist minister's daughter, and had indeed told her father that he wished to marry her. Her father, of course, was very, very, very cross because John Cooper was still married. On the 27th of December 1850, Jane Cooper gives birth to a child in Stansfield Hall. John Cooper stops anyone from being able to see her, including Betty Greenwood, who has been her maid and constant companion. This refusal makes Betty Greenwood feel very panicked. And indeed, Betty saw John putting a small powder out of a glass bottle into some preserve, jam for want of a better word, and spreading it on a cracker and giving it to his wife. he had been sent to Dr. Cockcroft to get some powders to help with Jane Cooper's pain. This is what he told Mrs. Greenwood they were. As soon as Jane Cooper had been taking these powders, it appeared that her throat swelled, her mouth closed, and her breathing became very difficult. Come on, Tom. John Cooper was, on the 2nd of January, after administering some of these powders to Jane Cooper, begged by Betty Greenwood to go and get Dr. Cockcroft from nearby. He went out and returned 3 hours later, saying that he'd lost his way on his way to find Dr. Cockcroft. The next day, Jane Cooper died. Dr. Cockcroft, a few days later, it appeared, stated that he had not indeed given John Cooper any powders to administer to Jane Cooper, or indeed any medicine to administer to her. John Cooper was taken in and hauled up by the local constabulary, investigated for the willful murder of his wife, Jane. There were some letters found of a communication between John Cooper and his paramour, Annie Eckersley, the minister's daughter. Here are some of these extracts.
My dearest Annie, I cannot tell how it is, but I feel so much in reference to you that I cannot pursue my business for thinking about you. I am strongly impressed that you mean to break off with me. I don't know why I should have this impression, but I have it, and I cannot shake it off. I cannot think you would be so cruel, yet this has come over me, and I don't know how. I shall not be happy until I have seen you and have some conversation with you. To all appearance, the time is not far distant when I shall be left alone, save my dear little child. But if you give me up, then I am undone. Should it be so, I would rather die than live. It is only for you I desire to live, as I am quite sure I cannot be long blessed with my present partner, and you are the person of her choice. You are mine too, and to be forbidden, you would be the greatest punishment that could be inflicted upon me. Do see me as soon as you can. Come and spend as much time as you can here. If you don't, then I must conclude that it is as I have supposed. Yours most affectionately, J.C. Miss Eckersley replied, Mr. Cooper, Dear Sir, I write these few lines to inform you that I cannot feel happy, nor have any peace of mind, so long as I have any engagements with a married man. I am sure that the blessing of God can never rest upon us. Mrs. Cooper is an injured woman. How should I like to be in her place? I consider myself perfectly at liberty, whatever may be the consequences. I don't say that I am going to engage myself. I have no thoughts of it. No, not at all. You will never prosper, nor myself either, under any engagements now. I have now done my duty, at all events with God. I know that if it were true that Mrs. Cooper would die tomorrow, I have no business to be engaged to you today. I will not. You must see the propriety of this. I beg you will make this matter your prayer to be set right. Do attend to your duty and seek the blessing of God Let us keep his commandments holy, and then we shall have his blessing. Let the Lord take Mrs. Cooper at his appointed time. I beg you will attend to her. How could we expect to prosper not keeping God's commandments? You have never prospered since we made our first engagement. Remember that if you destroy yourself, you will kill me. I remain yours affectionately, Annie Eckersley.
So after that communication, John Cooper intimated that he would indeed do away with Jane anyway, which it appears he did. The jury obviously seemed to think this, and so did the prosecution. In fact, everyone involved seemed to think that John was certainly going to be hung at Tyburn. He had, of course, after the murder of Jane, escaped to York, and he was hiding out there before being apprehended. Well, it came down to this. The post-mortem was done, and there was no proof of poison in her body. Of course, certain poisons do disappear, but the post-mortem came back as Jane had died of natural causes. And because she died of natural causes, of course, even with all the evidence to state that, he'd been seen drugging her and with these mysterious powders, and had also written these letters saying, "Come on, love, stay with me, you've only got a couple more weeks to wait." You see, with all that, it didn't matter, because his wife had died of natural causes. So John left the area, of course, straight away.
Okay, folks, there we go. That is the story of the poisoning of Mrs. Cooper at Stansfield Hall. Or was she?
No.
We're pretty sure, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us in 2025. Just in case this is the last one of the year. It's been an extraordinary year for the channel. On our 5th year, we've been flying all year, and that's because of you guys. So whether you've watched from 5 years ago or whether you've just joined in the last 5 minutes, thank you so much. It is truly appreciated from both Tom, Danielle and myself. It's a lot of fun. It's the reason we do it. It's just fun to find these stories and to go out and film them and bring you them, as well as Tom's hat. But there we go. So before we go,
you can all make your own with just a bit of gardening wire, and you can.
If we'd done this earlier, this could have been out for Christmas. You could have, all made your own Christmas hat.
And it's a good sort of, if you're worried about the flu or COVID, it's good for social distancing. Take an eye out. Just make sure you got public liability.
But there we go. Thanks again. So very quickly, Tom, your podcast, just as a reminder.
Mirth, mystery, law and history.
Very good. And you've been doing a little side project as well.
A book called Death on Deansgate.
So it's looking at historic murders and stories from Manchester, 1800s, pretty much.
Up to 19 or something or other.
Yeah. As soon as we can give you more information on that, we'll show you the copy of it and where to buy it from. Also, of course, we have our T-Mill store. We're not going to actually keep the store open much longer. We are going to move elsewhere, so it's the last chance to grab what is on there in the next few days, basically, as this comes out. So have one last look. We will have a new store in the new year to show you. But that is it for 2025. Thank you so much. Take care. And from Tom, Danny and myself, Happy New Year. And see you. Happy New Year. No, we'll get copyrighted. See you in 2026. Bye for now.